Hello, yogis, and welcome to your dynamic deep stretch class that is focused on the side body. So, the whole objective of this class is for you guys to feel long, to relieve any tension, to release any of the stagnant, stuck stuff or tissues in the torso, the front, side, and the back. Especially if you have a desk job and this is your shape the whole day, and this just becomes sort of this robotic thing that doesn't really move. And so, you want to mobilize it, kind of lengthen it, and you will leave class feeling just rejuvenated and spacious in the torso. So we're actually going to start here on our backs. And as you see, I always have my blocks and my blanket. So feel free to grab them if you have them, because you might use them later on. They're not required, but at least they're right there once you need them. So get your back on the ground, on the mat, and bend your legs right here. And get any fidgets, any of the wiggles out of the way. And the feet can be whichever distance from each other or whichever direction that the toes are pointing, that's fine. Just come into a natural state. And then place your hands on your belly, just relaxing your elbows down. So you don't have to grab your shirt or grip your belly. Just let the fingers lay there by the rib cage. And you start to close your eyes or just keep your eyelids heavy. And just pay attention to what's happening in the body. Was this easy for you to get to? Was the body sort of reluctant to be still? Was there any other interruptions or unnecessary disruptions that you've decided to give attention to instead of just dropping here? Just questions to ask, and definitely no judgment. But really try to arrive here and respect your time and space here. And start to take an inhale through your nose. Expanding that rib cage, and as you exhale, come back to home base. Inhale here. Belly inflates, that's diaphragm going down to accommodate the lungs that are expanding. And exhale, soften the back body towards your mat. Take one more breath like that. Inhale through the nose. Expansion is the word. Exhale, come back to your center, however that feels. And if you want to start inhaling and exhaling out through the nose, that's fine too. But what matters more to me is that you're focusing on the breath, however that looks like today. Facial muscles start to relax, elbows to relax, fingers on the belly soft. And a few more breaths here. Pay attention, be present. Last breath, inhale. And exhale. Awesome. All right, so walk your feet about hip width apart and get the heels as close to your glutes as possible, your butt. And then place your hands on top of your thighs, fingers facing the sky. And without moving your feet or your legs, just push your hands towards your thighs, almost like lengthening that lower back. And then you want to flatten your spine towards the mat. Notice that your shoulders are rounding and lifted. That's okay because there is effort, but just try not to overdo them and focus on the length that's happening on the lower part of the torso, especially that lower back. And then slowly release. Let's do that one more time. Palm on the thighs, the fingers pointing up. Push your thighs away from you. Feet don't move. Lengthening the lower back, lengthening that space in the torso. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly release. And then make a letter X shape with your body. So feet are out, arms are out overhead. And then distinguish your right arm from your left arm and your left foot with your right foot. So we're going to go opposite leg, opposite arm. So as you lengthen and slide your right arm up, point your toes on that left side. Left toes, right arm lengthen out opposite direction. And then slowly back to center. This time left arm, right foot. Lengthening away from each other. And back to center. This time same arm, same leg. So right arm reaches. And then the toes on the right side point as well. Just notice the difference. You're doing the best you can to get that spine down on the mat. And then slowly back to center. Same thing, left hand, toes on the left foot, going opposite direction. And then back to center. And then let's stretch everything out. Both palms, both feet, point them. There's a little bit of tension in the toes for sure. Inhale. And exhale. Back to center. Step your feet in. And then we're going to do an upper body initiated flexion and then a lower body. So let's start with the upper body for now. So let your feet stay where they are. Same thing, right underneath the knees, close to your glutes and hip width apart. Place your left hand on the belly, just let it relax, and then let the right palm face the ceiling and slide it over towards your right foot, and then the upper body will just follow. So right hand reaches to the right foot, upper body slides over. Get your left glute, that left hip, to stay heavy towards the ground. Get your left shoulder blade to flatten on the mat as well, and feel the stretch over here on your left side. The stretches that we're going to get to will get deeper and deeper, but that's okay. We're going to mobilize as well so the tissues will be ready for that sort of intense experience. And then slowly back to center. This time the right hand is going to be on your belly. Open the left palm up and then reach over towards your left foot so much the upper body slides over. You're making the C shape. Stretching the right side of the body, right shoulder blade is down, right glute is down, and the chest is open. Breathe here, stay here. What I mean is, if anything's trying to take you away from this practice, this intense experience, just come back to the breath, and that becomes your perfect and desired distraction. And then back to center. Nice job. Open your arms out like field goal shapes or cactus. And now we're going to get a lower body initiated experience. So just walk your feet towards your right side. Glue your left glute down. And then just slide your head towards the right without necessarily sliding the arms. So the arms can stay at the center, sort of sliding your head over to the right side. Feeling a stretch here on the left. Inhale. Exhale. And then let's do one more change. Reach the left arm up over to the right side. Left glute is down. Left shoulder blade is down. Feel that stretch. Breathe, breathe, breathe through it. And then slowly come to center. Left arm to center. And then walk your feet in. Please take a pause, make any necessary adjustments. Maybe you shift it on your mat. And then walk your feet over to the left side. Let the arms stay centered. Just slide your head towards the left side. Right glute is down, right shoulder blade is down, chest is open. If it's very tempting for you to flare your ribs up towards the ceiling, do that on an inhale, lift it up. And as you exhale, soften the back body towards your mat and distinguish the difference. Now, whenever you're ready, we're going to lift and slide that right arm over to the left side, keeping the right shoulder blade down. Kind of like how the most bitter tasting vegetables are like the best vegetables to eat. Some of these yoga shapes are not necessarily the sexiest, but they're super effective. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly back to center. Slide everything to center. And then let's do a glute bridge here. So lengthen your arms out overhead. So you want to reach out towards the wall behind you. Feet underneath the knees. And then slowly squeeze the glutes and lift your hips up. Glute bridge. The focus of this class is, of course, the side body, right? We could have quad focus or we could have glute focus. But for now, feel as if both sides are as long, even though physically that's not possible. Just feel length on both sides like you just got taller and longer 1 inch. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly lower. Send the knees towards the chest, hands on the knees. Rock left and right, whatever feels good. And we're going to start to cross the ankles and maybe rock forward and back. And then let's come into quadruped or hands and knees. So spreading the fingers, getting a nice strong foundation in the arms. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. If you have any knee issues, feel free to grab your blanket and place them underneath. I'd rather your knees feel safe and cushioned. All right, as we're here, just sway your hips left and right. Beautiful. And then come to center. Now walk your hands towards the right side of the body, so the hands will be outside that right knee. Okay, and the hands can be about shoulder width apart. Inhale here to lengthen the spine any amount. And as you exhale, push your hips to the left and just let your head go. Drop your head. Feel the stretch over here on that left side as we push the hips to the left. Let the back body be as far away from the hands as possible by pushing it away. Inhale. And then exhale. Back to center. Make that rainbow. I'll be facing away from you for a while. And then walk your hands over to the left side. Hands are outside that left knee. Take the time to spread the palms. Inhale, lengthen the spine any amount. And as you exhale, now you're going to push your hips back into the right and then drop your head. Breathe through that space. If you have a short torso like me, stretches like this is just like medicine. I know what it's like to feel short in that area. And so every time I lengthen it, it's like hallelujah chorus. One breath, inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Come to center. And now we're going to have a lower body initiated experience once again. And so send your knees underneath the hips. Just make sure that they're there. And without moving the knees, just step your feet towards the left side. So just send them to the left. Again, push your hips back and then drop your head. Toes can be tucked. Feeling the stretch on the right side. Inhale. Exhale. Now let your left foot stay where it is. It will remain behind the left knee. Just step your right foot in, point your toes out, and that right foot is in line with your left knee, and keeping your right leg bent. So you're kind of in this gait. And then slowly lift your right arm up. Lift up vertically first before we go over towards the left side. I may not be mirroring you, but that's okay. This right arm that's lifted and the right leg is bent. You release your neck. Free it up. Deep breath in. Inhale it, exhale it out. And then slowly back to center. Place your right hand down first. And then place your right knee down. Come back into quadruped. Let's do some cat-cows in between, shall we? Just to neutralize. And so drop your belly, lift your tailbone, open your chest, and then lift your head. Exhale, go the other way, round the spine. Look towards your navel and really push the floor away from you. Inhale, slowly arch the spine. Just letting the spine dance, letting the spine smile, letting the spine frown and round. And perhaps one more time just like that. These are all intentional movements, and so there's nothing quick about them. They should feel juicy and helpful. All right, come to the middle. Now we're going to walk our feet towards that right side without moving the knees. Boom, you're right here. Keep the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale here to lengthen the spine always. And as you exhale, pushing the hips back, feel the stretch over here on the right side. Just let your head go. Right side may feel short. Left side definitely lengthening. Allow that to happen with the breath. Do not resist it. Inhale. Exhale. All right. This time, let the right foot remain behind the knees. I'm going to be facing away from you. And then step your left foot in. The left heel is aligned with the right knee. Left toes point out. The left leg is bent. And then inhale your left arm up first before you go over on the right side. When you wake up the glutes, it helps open up the hips. So let that happen. Inhale. And then exhale, reaching the fingers over. And slowly coming back to center. Nice job. Let's take a rest here in child's pose. Knees far apart from each other. Toes towards each other. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Child's pose. Hands down. Let's do active arms in this child's pose. So elbows are lifted away from the mat. Rest your forehead on a block or directly on the mat. Sit your hips back, but keep sliding your hands to the front of you and lengthen both sides of the waist. Not a fully rested child's pose. But if you do want to rest in this child's pose, please do not let me deprive you of that. These are merely suggestions. For those of you who are feeling the length, imagine there are a pair of hands that's pushing your hips back and another pair of hands that's sliding your hands forward. And so you feel that length in the middle and you're not budging. Inhale here. And then exhale, slide the hands underneath the shoulders and then slowly come up. Nice. If you have knee issues, this is definitely the time to grab your blanket and place it underneath the knees. We're going to get into these hip flexor stretches. So come into a high kneeling position. I'm just going to do this while mirroring you. It's just easier that way. And with your hips right on top of your knees, just step your left foot forward. So this is your left foot because I'm trying to mirror you. Now, wherever that left foot is, slide it over towards the right. That way it's right in front of your right knee. So it's not right here, it's right here. If you do have a challenge with balance, this is the best time to grab your blocks. All my clients who do this with a challenge in balance, they basically just rest one hand on the block and I leave it up to them which one. But here it is. The left hand's going to be inside that left thigh. You reach your right arm up. And as you exhale, you reach the right arm up towards the left side while you push your hips to the right, lengthening this right side. Because this leg is right in front of the knee, that's where the balance is being challenged. And so I would just recommend either you rest your right hand down, or if you want, you can let your right arm stay inside, and then this left hand can just rest on your thigh or on a block, but just flex that spine over to the left side. Ignite the right glute to help open up the right hip. Inhale here. And then exhale, slowly release. Nice job. Slide the foot back, hands on the hips, send that right knee back. And then keeping the knees underneath the hips, just to send the hips to the left, to the right. Squeeze your glutes, hips forward, and then send the hips back. This is one of my favorite mobility moves in the morning. Helps release the lower back. It just moves the hips, side to side. And sort of the body is just moving and coordinated that way. One more time. Side to side, back and forward. All right. Organize yourself. Left knee is down. You can always grab the blocks for balance. Please don't be shy in doing that. And then this time the right foot is forward. You're kind of in the square lunge once again. Slide it over to the left side. That way the right heel is in front of the left knee. Right hand is inside the right leg. And then inhale your left arm up. Up first before you go over to the right side, but sending your hips to the left. The direction of your hips is a different direction or the opposite direction as that left arm. That way you really feel this unraveling, this opening, this cracking open of that left side. Sit your right hip down. Wake your left glute up. Relax shoulders, ignite all 5 fingers of that left hand. Inhale. And then exhale. Nice job. Come to center. Let's revisit that one more time. This little release. Hands on the hips, knees underneath the hips, and then left and right. Forward, squeeze the glutes, and back. Left, right. Woo. These kind of basic moves, right? They're usually the most helpful. There's nothing fancy about them. All right. Cross at the ankles in the back and have a seat. If you feel the need to sit on top of a blanket, that way it's just a little friendlier to your lower back, please go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm mirroring you right now. My blocks are rolling over. So straighten your left leg out. So this is your left leg that's long, and bend your right leg in so that your right heel is close to your perineum. Turn that left palm up, and then slide it towards your left foot, keeping your chest open and keeping your right hip heavy. And then slowly come back. Inhale, slide the hand over to the foot, and then slowly come back. Let's do that 2 more times. Notice the tendency to round and twist. You're just coming up and down with this chest. Reaching over, really bending the left elbow. You don't have to touch the foot, right? There's no sense of accomplishment on that here. Reach your left arm as far as you can. Really swerve that chest towards the front. Inhale your right arm up. You probably know where this is going. And then exhale, bend it over to the left while keeping your right hip down and then freeing up the neck any amount. Dropping my left ear to my left shoulder helps me a lot, but if you have any neck issues, whatever is going on today, you can even place this right hand behind the head. Just feel supported. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly come back to center. Nice job. All right, we're going to twist over to the right side. So left hand on top of your right thigh, right hand behind you. Open the right shoulder and then inhale here. Make space in your spine. And then exhale, rotate that spine to the right. Sitting nice and tall. Inhale. Exhale. Try not to lean back. Keep yourself vertical. And slowly come back to center. Nice job. Now we're going to find this nice kind of opening in the chest while we're in this shape. And so what I want you to do is to interlace your fingers behind the head and like open these elbows. And what I want you to do is to send the left elbow down, center, right elbow down, center, and then we're going to stay right here with our left elbow down. Keep the chest open, focusing on that right side, keeping your right hip heavy. Inhale, try not to lean over. And then slowly come to center. Nice job. So bend this left leg and send that left foot outside of the right thigh. And make sure both sit bones feel kind of equally heavy towards your blanket. So make any necessary adjustments. So your right hand is going to be on your left thigh or your left shin or your left knee. Kickstand the, what do you call this, the left hand behind you. And then slowly rotate towards that left side. You're sitting nice and tall and proud. Again, chest remains open without flaring the ribs. Rotate that spine to the left this time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful, guys. Come to center. Let's do all that on the other side. This time your right leg's going to be long and your left leg is going to be bent. Left heel close to the perineum. Turn your right palm out to the sky and just slide it forward and back. Again, notice the tendency to round the spine or to twist the body down, keeping your chest open and keeping your left hip heavy. Just feeling it right here on that left side. Ooh, it's like super juicy. But trust me, there's a hallelujah chorus waiting to unravel themselves in your torso. One more time, slide the right arm as far as you can. Adjust the chest so it's really facing the front. Inhale your left arm up first before you bend it over or send it over towards the right side, getting a deep bend in that right elbow. Tend to the neck, so let it stay safe. Release the neck any amount. Inhale. Exhale. Ooh, slowly release. Nice job. We're going to twist towards the left. Right hand on your left thigh. Left hand behind you, a kickstand or on a block. Inhale here, make space in the spine. Open your chest. And exhale, rotate your spine to the left, keeping that right hip heavy. From the bottom of your armpit to the top of your hip, feel long, feel length. Inhale. And then exhale, come back to center. Interlace your fingers behind you once again. Make space in the chest, open your elbows. And then send your right elbow down. Send your left elbow down. And then keep it here. Left elbow is lifted. Feel a stretch here on that left side. Inhale. And then exhale back to center. Bending this right leg. Slowly send the right foot outside of that left thigh. Both sit bones are heavy on your mat. And then the left hand is going to cup your right knee. Right hand is going to be behind you. Inhale here. And then rotate that spine, twisting towards your right. Sitting nice and proud from the bottom of the spine all the way to the crown of your head. Feel tall. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly stop at the center. And let's make our way lying down on our backs. So you can remove that blanket if you want, or you can make a pillow out of it. And then let's bend our legs to start. And then we're going to send our heels closer towards our glutes. That way, when we lift up into our bridge pose, then we already feel sort of really strong in the legs so we can support that pose. So make any necessary adjustments here. You can place your hands on the belly to neutralize first, and let's just take a pause for one breath. Exhale. All right. Open the arms to the side like field goal shape. Make sure you glue both shoulder blades down towards the ground. Flatten your spine down first, and then slowly squeeze the glutes, lift your hips up. Point your tailbone towards the back of the knees. The focus is on the side body. How does this feel? Feel both sides of the waist, the left and the right, just as long. Even though that's not possible, just get that sensation in there. Inhale. And then exhale. slowly lower. Let's do that one more time. Lengthen the spine, glue your shoulder blades down, and then squeeze your glutes to lift the hips up. Keep the softness in the back of your neck and in your face, in your jawline as well. Inhale here, and then slowly lower. Beautiful. Lengthen the legs and lengthen the arms. We're going to get to Bananasana. So walk your feet towards the right side before you slide the upper body over to the right side, gluing the left glute and the left shoulder blade down. And when you're making this letter C shape, with this banana shape, if it feels good to you to just put your left foot on top of the right, or maybe not, just option, see what feels good. Just feel that stretch on the left side. And these shapes really do not take effect, guys. These are not really effective if you do not breathe through them. That's how we can down regulate the nervous system, getting into a more parasympathetic state, even though we're feeling some intense sensation in the body. Inhale. If you had the left foot on top of the right, release it. Walk the feet back center, slide the upper body center, and then pause. Then whenever you're ready, walk the left foot over, walk the right foot over to the left. Slide the upper body, making that C shape. Chest remains open. Right shoulder blade is down as well as the right glute. Best you can. If you're crossing the leg and the ankles, you're totally fine doing that. But if you're like, I don't know what this does to me, then just don't do it. Try to be as productive as we can. But sometimes less is more. Put a pair of lungs on your left side and let it expand. Inhale. And then slowly release the right foot. Exhale. Let's get back to that X shape. Legs out, arms out. Wiggle the shoulders and the hips. Let's take a deep breath here. Inhale. Make a fist with your hands. Point the toes. Feel that tension. And then exhale. Slowly release. Inhale, tense up. Make a grip. Fist. Point your toes. Muscles contract. And then exhale, release. One more time. Inhale. Strong fists. Point the toes. And then exhale. Slowly release. Walk the feet in. Send your left hand on top of your left side of the chest, your heart area, and then the right hand on top of your belly. This will be our sort of last pose today. If you wish to do traditional Shavasana, you can hit the pause button and just rest in any way that feels comfortable to you. Otherwise, we're right here, legs are bent, left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. As we've been focusing on the torso, side body, as you're here, try to turn your visual inward. And so locate your heart, locate your lungs, locate your rib cage, locate the intercostal muscles there in the ribs, locate your intestines, locate your diaphragm at the bottom of that rib cage. You can even locate your stomach, your kidneys, your liver. And as you do all these sort of scanning of all your organs, you notice that these are all encased in your torso. This torso is like your container. There's so much magic happening inside that we don't even realize. But just by touching that skin and the belly and the chest, it's like us connecting back to ourselves and saying, hey, I know all the awesome stuff that you do inside there. And perhaps this becomes like a really productive self-dialogue. What can you do be healthier? What can you do to tell your body that you are paying attention? What can you do to listen to the messages that are being sent by your body to you? Also, what can you do to make this pose lazier? Just stay right here in silence for a few breaths. Inhale. Exhale. You can blink your eyes to open. Just roll the knees to one side, roll the body to one side, and then gently press yourselves up to sit on a blanket or on your mat. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down if you need that sort of sensation and that movement. All right, drop left ear to your left shoulder, left hand on your right temple, and just nudge it. It'll be a little bit closer. Try not to push. Just open up the right side of the neck. And back to center. Right ear, right shoulder, right hand, left temple, and just nudge it down. And then slowly stop at the center. Lift your arms up. Ooh, like lift through the sides of the ribs. Notice how much space that feels now. Reach the left arm up. Reach the right arm up. Don't save your drama for your mama. Do it right here. Exaggerate, reaching up one more time. Left and right. And then stop at the center. Palms connect and slide your hands towards your chest. Make a big circle. Inhale, round it out. Palms connect and hands to heart center. Thumbs touching your chest. Take a small bow, head to hands. Just share a word of gratitude and appreciation for yourself. And I am expressing a word of gratitude and appreciation to you for sharing your practice today. I hope your sides feel long. I hope your body just feels relief and it just let go of some of that gunk and stagnation in the torso. Deep breath in. And exhale it out. Thank you so much. Hope you guys felt better. I'll see you next time. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Take care and goodbye.